Good morning. I hope everybody that listens is keeping well. Wanted to share something, but first I have to say I'm not trying to convince you of anything or change your mind. I'm not selling you anything either because this channel is not monetized too, and if there's any ads, it's not my fault. The platform puts them there. They gotta do what they gotta do to survive. They also have bills. So the other day I went to the doctor. It wasn't a mainstream doctor, it was an alternative doctor. People in my family, discovered this doctor. Discovered, he already is there for a long time, but someone suggested, and the information ran like wildfire. And so most of my family, went to check it out, and so did I. It was a good experience. The doctor is an alternative doctor, and the products are all natural. The supplements that they sell, they come in capsule. The the ingredients. You can have them in your garden, but for the purpose of practicality, they're all in capsules. So you don't have to process them. Not in this form. You can take them at the right time. You don't need to worry about gathering and processing. So it's pretty handy, although expensive, a bit more expensive than the other stuff built in laboratories from the mainstream. But again, this is an experiment. First time I went to one of these alternative doctors. So he was specialized in iridology. That's how he made his diagnosis. He pretty much picked up a magnifying glass and he looked into your eyes and took notes. I stood there for 5 minutes or something, and he just closely looked into my eyes with the magnifying glass. And it was curious because he pretty much nailed, everything. What was up with me? What had happened to me? And proposed solutions, for the issues. Um, this type of medicine is demonized by the mainstream, of course. Um, Now I'm gonna, follow his advice, take his supplements, etc., and see what happens. Uh, Everybody's saying, they improved. They had improvements. It takes at least 4 weeks, Um, when you go into treatment, you need at least 2 to 4 weeks to have some results. It's not going to happen right away. So I'm going to take the supplements and then we'll see what happens. Um, the mainstream medicine clearly needs reformation. Mainstream medicine is intimately linked into business, and everything they do is for the purpose of making money. They don't. They. It's either for the purpose of making money or for the purpose of, shilling for the judicial system, because mainstream is intimately connected with the judicial system, with the politics system, with the monetary system. Everything is interlocked, and everything walks at the same pace. For instance, they are also interconnected with, insurances, health insurances, life insurances. They are biased towards all of those that I just mentioned. Yes, they are not free to do whatever they want. They are bound, so they can't really do whatever they want, except in surgery, I suppose. Surgery is a life and death matter, and they have no other choice, right? But then again, you're gonna have to have lucky. that the guy, behind the surgery actually knows what he's doing, because um, you know, there's good surgeons and bad surgeons. So in some places, it's a question of money, how much money, much money you can spend, and then you will have access to the treatment equal to that equals, the amount you are willing to pay. In other places, no, it's luck. It's a flip of a coin. It's not a question of money. It's a flip of a coin. Yeah. In more socialist countries, or in extremely, other situations. Yeah, I suppose it's only those two. Yeah, right now, off the top of my head, I think there's only those two. But anyway, the thing that I found uh, pleasing, I would say, was the this very first question he asked me. Uh, did you take the juice? He asked. The juice, the medical experiment from these past years. And I said, no, I didn't take none. And he was amazed and relieved. Why? Because many of his patients are suffering from injury, and they are seeking advice from alternative, medicine to get rid of it, get rid of the side effects, to get rid of the injuries, and which is kind of sad, you know, very, very sad. Um I could have been in the same place, any of us could have been in there. Um, it was, for me personally, it was like 10 years ago. I got very interested in these matters, you know, health related. And because I had experienced it myself, and I went to surgery 4 times. And in 5 years, I went to surgery 4 times. And after that, became very, curious about medicine, and started researching, bought some books, and it's crazy. We need a reformation. Mainstream medicine is crazy. Doesn't make any sense. It's a social, political, economical establishment, and the people, doctors are paid to repeat. They are paid to sell products and to repeat mantras and magic spells, and they don't help. Yeah, for the most part, it's actually your body that does all the work, or um, the effect, what's it called? Most of the times, what is on the side of uh, all types of medicine. It's your belief. If you believe it's going to help, it's the I always forget this term is the mm, and I can't remember. There you go. It's on your belief. If you believe it's going to help, it will help. If you're pessimist about it, then it won't work. It's pretty simple. Basically, the power of your will. It has to do with the power of your will. Yes. Which is not taken into consideration by, mainstream medicine. Although, I don't know, 90% of their success cases is based on the power of will, you know. It's right there and I can't say it. It's really annoying. Placebo effect. Dude. Yeah, it's the placebo effect. 90% of modern medicine is based on placebo effect. Placebo, which is the power of your positive, belief, and nocebo, the power of your negative belief. If you say it's not going to work, it doesn't work. But if you have the will to say, right, the 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 positivity. So what it is actually a magic trick. Nocebo and placebo is a magic trick. It's what magic is. But they don't want to associate their system with magic. Oh no. So anyway, mainstream medicine clearly, needs a reformation. It's all based on politics and social politics and economics, and we need a reformation. I got into reading about this and that, what afflicts, modernity in terms of health, and I became extremely um, depressed. I had to stop reading about it. I had to. Once you start peeking, you know, into the abyss, if you're not ready, you will get affected by it. And I had to stop. The insanity is just too big. And most people are completely oblivious to it. Even the professionals. These are brainwashed members of a cult, 100% members of a cult. They seriously believe that they are doing the right thing. Some of them, at least. They are very, very brainwashed. They spend many, many years studying, you know, mapping their brain, yeah, creating all of those neural paths that actually destroy critical thinking. Yeah. I always heard that the second leading cause of death was death by modern, medicine. The first was cancer, uh, but anyway, I think I'm going to shut up now. Have a nice day.